All right, y'all. Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings. Hold on, make sure I got this connected. Make sure I got this connected. All right, y'all. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. I hope all y'all enjoyed y'all Memorial Day. We're gonna play a little bit of basketball, a little 2K25. It's been a while since I did a live stream, so I figure I'll play a little bit with you guys. If you're just coming in, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. New Orleans Pelicans. Milwaukee Bucks. LA Clippers. All right. It's like I say, man, I want to thank everybody watching, man. 2K25, let's go, let's go.
And preparing for battle, each guy with his own approach to getting ready for what should be an excellent matchup. Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you exciting NBA action. Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson, along with Grant Hill and Brent Berry, our distinguished analyst. Allie LaForce on the sidelines. So the opening lineup here for the Clippers. Powell and Kawhi in at the forward spots. James Harden out there with Chris Dunn. And it's Zubats in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Pelicans, C.J. McCollum is out there with Murray. Then there's Trey Murphy. Then there's Zion Williamson. And it's Misi in at the center spot. Grant, looking at these two teams, my attention is drawn to the front court matchup.
Oh, yeah. This should be a battle on the baseline. Great to watch skilled bigs trade blows and show off what they can do down low.
And here's McCollum. Pass to Misi. Rebounded by Kawhi Leonard. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Beyond the arc. Connects from downtown.
Don't sleep on Kawhi's range. He'll burn you from down deep.
Inside. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. What you like about James Harden, he can play with any set of teammates, Brent.
Well, we're seeing this transition, BA, right, from Harden being this elite offensive system by himself to now being a better teammate, a guy who can facilitate and set guys up to make better offensive plays. So not shouldering the entire load anymore. He's been very flexible over the past couple seasons.
First one falls for him. Well, Brent, after ups and downs, it seemed like New Orleans is really trending in the right direction.
Their path has not always been easy. It's a bit indicative of the city itself. It's a resilient place with resilient people that take a lot of pride in the comeback. So this team has had personnel changes, coaching changes, injuries, but the Pelicans have certainly become a team in the past couple seasons where the future is much brighter than its past.
It's not luck that he's so steady at the line. It's through repetition and hard work.
Leonard against Williamson. Stolen by Harden. Oh, and the fast break for the Clippers. Basket's good.
Well, Harden just outworking them inside. Could we say he wanted it more?
McCollum outside. Three-pointer off the mark.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Shot is up. And the Clippers again with a bucket.
Harden will put you on some skates if you aren't careful.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Willie Green and I got a chance to talk for a bit. He's focused on what they need to do to stop James Harden, saying they need to be aggressive defensively without putting him on the line. Once he starts racking up the freebies, the game slows down, he gets into a rhythm, and from there, it's a domino effect.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Here's Harden. 6 points for him. Banked it in off the glass. Harden's got 8.
Even if he's not a big man, Harden can score inside with the best of them.
Pass to McCollum. No one near him. That one's in. Coming off a nice dish from Williamson. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Harden deep three-point land. It's hauled in by New Orleans. Now here's McCollum, defended by Dunn. Such a wide open look.
And Murray wasting no time. He had the space and rose up. And he knocked it down.
Harden fires away from outside. Here's Zubac. And there's the bucket. Staying with it that time. Offensive glass, getting it done.
That's a testament to the effort there on the boards. Never willing to give up on a possession, finding ways to sniff out the ball. For only 2 players who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
Timeout called, the Clippers. You know, Brent, C.J. McCollum is just a natural leader, a classic connector.
Yeah, C.J. has been amazing since day one coming into the NBA. I have no doubt that C.J., after his playing career is over with, is going to spend a lot of time either in the front office or in the league office, the way he presents himself and promotes the game. Class act.
And the Clippers making a change here. Ben Simmons is checked in for Zubac. Jones comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Bogdanovich has checked in for Powell. And it's Coffey in for Dunn. Now here's Brown. They get it back. Murray. Goes up again. The rebound by Simmons.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot. And for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
And there it is for him.
The paint is where Simmons excels at finding points. He knows how to own the inside.
Murray passes to Olynyk. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Personal foul.
New Orleans shooting their initial free throws of the game here.
The line for New Orleans, Kelly Olynyk. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
That free throw good from Olynyk. Hawkins is checked in for Murray. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. It's so interesting, Grant. Younger fans may not realize the Clippers had a lot of rough seasons early on.
Well, you know, B.A., that's one way to put it. You know, in their first 27 years in L.A., they only made the playoffs 4 times. But things have definitely changed. Owners have changed. And now they're postseason regulars in the league.
Well, C.J. McCollum can score in a lot of ways. Coming off of screens, playing with the ball, spot-up three-point shooting. Just a variety of ways to produce. And that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. Simmons against Olynyk. Nice shot by Simmons. Simmons has got his second basket of the game. Here's McCullum. And that's not going to go. James Harden, he's been the guy making things happen for the Clippers. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And before we move on, what do you think about what we've seen from the Clippers?
They are looking engaged so far, especially on offense.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
The Clippers in the lead. We've got Herb Jones. Also Trey Murphy out there. And it's Misi in at the center position. That's the Pelicans 5 as we get into the second quarter. Grant, there are such intense rivalries at the college level. Do any of those carry over to the NBA?
Oh, BA, they sure do. I was part of some serious college rivalries. There was a lot of trash talk with the guys on the other side. And it didn't stop that much after we got to the NBA.
Here's Leonard after the basket by New Orleans. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Leonard. And the Pelicans making a change here. Alvarado's checked in. Batum is checked in for the Clippers. Here's Alvarado. Pass to Misi. Here's Hawkins. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
Trey Murphy. Shooting one.
One shot.
And he shows the focus there. Nails the team. Well, Brent, we've seen Trey Murphy grow into a prototypical 3-and-D wing.
Well, what's been most impressive, BA, is you thought it was just his shooting. That's been better than advertised. He's also starting to show you he can rebound, run the floor, and defend a little bit. So the package is a little bit bigger than it was once thought of with Trey Murphy coming out of the NBA draft.
And the foul called on Nick Batum. That's his first foul. Here's Williamson. Carving out space. Zion.
Not much you're going to do with Zion that close.
And we played through the first minute here in the second. The deep three. The shot by Dunn, no good. And the Pelicans shooting around 53%, a nice number. Ooh, Zion! Vicious!
And Zion absolutely rocking the rim.
And it's Leonard with the ball for the Clippers. Trailing by 2. Shot to stop the run. And that one drops. Leonard's got 5.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Murray deciding where to go with it. Kicks it out to Williamson. To the left wing. Clock at 6. Leonard pulls down the board.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
Despite his injury history, Kawhi still has the ability to take over games, Brent.
Yeah, does it feel, BA, that Kawhi sometimes is even more patient and more deliberate in the way he delivers in games? I think he's the type of talent that can slow himself and the game down at his will and still be a lockdown defender.
first one at the line is good. Grant, when you look at this Pelicans team, their length is so impressive.
Yeah, they've made a point to draft players with big wingspans, and that really helps them on the defensive end. They're all very switchable.
Olenek's checked in for the Pelicans. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Zubats is checked in. And Leonard drops them both. Obviously, everyone knows about the defense of Kawhi Leonard, but Grant, his shooting is overlooked.
Yeah, you know, he's at about 40% from three for his career. You combine that with his wing defense, you get a one-of-one player capable of carrying a team.
Making a bit of a statement. Murphy to the rack.
Here's Leonard. That shot, no good. Oh, Olynyk with some nice D. Here's Murray. Here's Williamson, and Williamson throws it down.
And Williamson's energy just incredible, which is what makes him such a force on the offensive glass.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, the Pelicans are still developing their on-court chemistry. Coach Willie Green said this group is still pretty young in terms of being on the floor together. We're starting to figure it out. We just have to stay committed and continue to be elite on both ends of the floor, and it starts with our defense. B.A.?
They've really got something, Allie. Thanks. So it's the Clippers now. After the Pelicans picking up a basket a moment ago. Offensive rebound. Zubac's shot is off.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
Now here's Williamson. Give him 8. Down low. Here's Olynyk. Alvarado outside. Let's go with a 3. Drains the triple.
He made the most of that opening, teaching the defense a lesson.
35 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Here's Dunn. Ooh, nothing falling for them right now. New Orleans leading by 7. And Alvarado gets it to go. Alvarado's got 5 now.
Well, the open man's out there. You got to feed him, and Murray gets the job done.
Dunn hits it. Now 2 of 6 from the field.
I just think that's trouble. You're gonna let that guy shoot layups. You're asking for it.
Out left to the wing. Releases from 15. Boy, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Pelicans lead by 9.
Big time effort on the glass.
And when you have a touch that soft, those tip-ins are easier to make. Buried from outside. I don't know. I think we may get a review here. That was close. And hold up. We're not going to halftime just yet. The officials signaling that they are going to take a look at this replay.
Tough call to make in real time. I mean, good thing they can go and slow it down and look at it again, because this is so important.
And after reviewing the play, it looks like they're overturning the call here. That basket is good.
It would have been a real shame if those points didn't count. I'm so glad the officials were able to take a second look and make the right call.
And so it's New Orleans leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. Just pounding the painted area. That's helped them build an advantage. We'll be right back after this word.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Shaq is here. One half is behind us. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. A competitive matchup for New Orleans in the first quarter. They were in a rough spot, down 7 at one point, but kept it from getting worse than that. What a second quarter for them. They're up by 6 at the break. A nice lead. And, Kenny, what did you see out there from the Pelicans?
They came out as the more physical team tonight. You could tell they put an emphasis on winning the battle of the boards. All the big bodies crashing and glass and giving them a physical and a middle edge.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on the Clippers?
I like to see more ball movement from them, player movement. This ISO stuff ain't getting them right there. You want to make sure the other team sweat on the defensive end. Force them to work a little harder.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. You look at Zion Williamson. What a contribution.
When he got good position and they got the ball to him, he was automatic.
Yeah, we'll see if the double teams start to come here in the second half to make them adjust offensively. But he's going to keep going at him.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. On the floor for the Clippers, Powell and Kawhi in at the forward spots. Chris Dunn is out there with James Harden. And it's Zubats in at the 5, roaming the paint.
Oh, man, that was tough, but Powell taking pride in making the tough ones.
And no matter how many minutes he gets, Norm Powell is always ready to shoot, Brent.
Oh, man, B.A. Norman Powell has consistently been in that be-ready club off the bench. He can come in and score a bunch of points for his team and spark the offense. But this guy has been aggressive from day one, and it doesn't matter where he is, he knows his role.
Pass to Misi. And there's the slam. Dunk to finish it off.
And this is something he does all too well. Great position for the putback there.
And I like how he doesn't think twice about passing it out. Just going right for the slam.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
Williamson outside. Pass to Misi. Outside Murray. Knocked away. It's stolen by Leonard. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. And the call will be against James Harden. That'll be a second foul of the game. Jones, he's checked in for New Orleans. Jones, he's checked in for the Clippers. Coffey comes in for Dunn. New Orleans in the lead. Murray for 3. And it's Harden who pulls down the rebound. And so it's Harden with it. He brings it up for the Clippers. For the lead. Pelicans cleared away. Murray's got his 6th rebound on the night. To the paint. Powell pulls it in. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime.
2 minutes remaining.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the final half of play now. That one's good for 2.
Norman Powell has a lot of strength, and that time he played to it.
And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk. Here in the second half, these teams still neck and neck.
I really like how each team is matching the other's intensity.
McCollum against Harden. No good on the shot. New Orleans has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul.
Trey Murphy. 1 shot.
This is a young player who you do not want to send to the free throw line. Trey Murphy, just about automatic.
So both teams changing it up here. A minute 31 left in the third quarter. Here's Brown. And again, New Orleans no good.
Nobody getting a hand in his face in that painted area. That's a miss he's going to be disappointed with.
Harden's shot is good.
Oh, one of these monster nights from James Harden.
1:11 left in the third quarter. Pass to Olynyk. Brown with it. No made baskets yet. And there's a defensive 3-second call. On the night, he's 2 for 2 at the stripe.
Trey Murphy.
And so he hits the technical free throw. And New Orleans making a change here. Alvarado's checked in. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Eubanks, he's checked in for James Harden. 1 minute left in the third quarter here. Alvarado outside. Ooh, too long in the paint. And he's hit with a 3-second violation. New Orleans shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game.
Bruce Brown shooting one.
Free throw good. Brown. And here's New Orleans now. The lead is 2. Alvarado outside. 5 to shoot. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Alvarado's got 7.
Oh, explosive crossover. How's that for a move?
Here's Simmons. And that one's on target from the wing.
And Simmons' teammates encourage him to look to score. Good to see him getting it done right there.
Here's Alvarado. The rebound by Bogdanovich. The Clippers have gotten 6 of 8 shots to go and looking good since the break. Second chance shot, and the basket by Coffey.
You don't want to ever give up points on the boards. That's the lesson for the team there. That's a hustle play to save points.
Here's Hawkins. No points so far. From the arc. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. Third quarter comes to a close, and a battle brings it to a tie. All right, we're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of quarter number 4 next. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
He's always near the top of the list for this honor. I mean, passes like these are his specialty.
Doesn't happen with every point guard in the league as far as setting your teammates up. Lots more scorers now, but right there creating the scoring opportunity for his teammate.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Herb Jones out there with Kelly Olynyk. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Misi in at the 5, down low. So that's the group out there for New Orleans.
McCollum is so smooth out on the perimeter. I love to see him when he gets vertical.
The Clippers trail. Leonard with the ball. McCollum covering. Fires the 3. Shot by Leonard, no good. And so it's Jones who brings up the ball for the Pelicans. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Here's McCollum. Pass to Olynyk. On the wing, Jones. Defended by Harden. Just 5 on the clock. Goes up from the block. Here's Misi. Soft touch off the glass. And the Pelicans lead by 4.
Can't ask for a better look with the game in the balance.
Three-pointer, Harden. Jones grabs the board. Jones has got 5 rebounds in the game. Pass to Olynyk. Here's Misi, defended by Jones. Out of bounds, it'll be the Clippers ball. Zion Williamson is checked in for Olynyk. Zubats, he's checked in for the Clippers. Powell comes in for Bogdanovich. Now Harden. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock. And it's in there.
Smart play call to get him something at the rim.
Well, taking advantage of that opportunity, it does not get any more high percentage than that one.
Here's Misi. Pass to Hawkins. And here's McCollum. Six to shoot. Puts up a three. That one's off. He's 4 for 9. The Clippers have gotten just one shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Here's Leonard.
2 minutes.
Jones grabs the board. Jones has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Pass to Hawkins. From downtown. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Powell outside to tie it up. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Jones has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Williamson controls the rebound and the putback.
Zion wants these moments and coming through here.
Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over. They're trailing by 4. 1:33 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Let's take a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, DeJounte Murray.
Yeah, really the standout element of his game tonight was his offense and his ability to get inside by cutting the defense to shreds, finding lanes, even making them, and relentlessly attacking the hoop.
DeJounte Murray's checked in for Hawkins. Dunn, he's checked in for Los Angeles. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
During that last break, Coach Tyronn Lue had some advice for the team. Coach knows they're losing the 3 battle and told the team we need to limit their outside looks, force them to put it on the floor, and make them beat us off the dribble. Back to you, Brian.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Timeout called. The Pelicans, they lead by 1. We've got 1:28 left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Now here's Murray. And he converts the layup. And the Pelicans lead by 3.
And with confidence, Murray stepping up at a crucial point in this game.
Three-pointer Harden. And the Clippers hit again from deep.
Oh, can you say important bucket by Harden? James always wants the ball in these moments. Love it.
Murray. And that one's good.
And just great intensity down the stretch. I mean, he really wants to rock with the game on the line.
Take a look at him, locked in right now in this moment, wants the ball in his hands and feels real comfortable with the shot he's taking. Yeah, my expectations were that he was not going to miss that. He handles that kind of defense, especially on the inside.
Rebounded by Kawhi Leonard.
And it was a great chance to finish on the break, and he flubs it.
Completely lost focus. You can't get 2 steps ahead.
Wow, that takes steady nerves right there.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up enough.
Now here's Murray. He connects!
And you can count on DeJounte when it matters most. That is clutch.
And Harden's got the ball here for the LA Clippers. With the drive. Yes!
Timeout.
This is when you need a defensive presence. And it's just not happening.
I'm looking out there trying to find one guy at least interested in playing defense, not that last possession.
New Orleans calls timeout. They're down by 1. 24 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. New Orleans making a change here. And here's Murray. Out of bounds. It'll be the Clippers' ball.
Brutal play at this point. It's frustrating because they've battled so hard all night.
And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those, so they get into the penalty.
And a smart choice right there. I mean, you can't allow them to just drain the clock.
Now Los Angeles with it. It's a one-point game. And now we've got an intentional foul.
Second personal foul. Second team foul. Shooting for LA. James Harden. Taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
Good on the first, and that'll put him up 2.
Such a versatile guard. James Harden is a triple-double threat every single night.
And so both free throws good, and it's a 3-point game.
That last one was a difference maker. It pushed it from a 2-point lead to 3.
Murray from outside. Off target from downtown.
So disruptive defensively out beyond the arc.
Yeah, you got to like how he hustled the guard out on the perimeter, definitely respecting the shooting ability.
The line for the Clippers, Norman Powell. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
He hits the first one, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
When you've got your opponent down, don't let him up. This one's all but over.
Off target with the 3. So it's the Clippers picking up the win. And they barely squeezed out the win here on the road.
NBA, the visiting team is always under some added pressure, but they made it work and got the win, whatever the margin may have been.
All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
James, I'd love to know whether it's scoring, playmaking, or your defense. What aspect of your game are you most proud of?
Being able to play a full course of a game and, and make an impact every single play. That's what I'm here for, and that's what I have to do.
It's been fun to watch.
All right, Allie, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Brent Barry, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
All right, peace and blessings. I want to thank everybody for watching this live stream. I want to thank my good friend, um, um, Dwayne0876 for sharing the live stream. I want to thank everybody. Hit the like button. Everybody subscribe to the channel. And I'll see y'all again on another live stream. All right, y'all. Peace. And thank you for subscribing to DBZ Nation.